Hello, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Press the free like button if you believe that I'm a better actor than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and if my movies are better than his. For the record, me and Rock are still not buddy-buddy with each other. He's a narcissist.
I'm so surprised that nobody is trying to talk about this. Listen, this proves that people are trying to really bury Vince McMahon and not give him any credit and try to make him out to be some kind of boogeyman that everybody hated. I can't believe Sami Zayn had the balls to say this. Listen, Gunther, he should be taking notes, right? Don't disrespect the man that put you on, because there's no guarantee that Triple H would have made you a IC champion that early like Vince McMahon did. But Sami Zayn, he knows what's up. Now, I still don't think Sami Zayn should have beaten Gunther for the IC belt, but I don't mind him being a IC champion. I just think it was a bad call to have him beat Gunther. I feel like that call should have been to Chad Gable or to Braun Breaker. Sami Zayn don't need to beat Gunther for the IC belt. That honor should have went to a guy who never held the IC championship. It would have made the moment more special. But I'm not trying to talk about that. I'm trying to talk about how Sami Zayn said he thinks he would have been a world champion under Vince McMahon, but not under Triple H. Wow. How come all you Triple H nuts huggers are not trying to bring this up? Nobody is, man. I'm the only guy who is trying to bring this up. Sami Zayn said this, and it did not make like breaking news that he said this about Vince McMahon. He said under the Vince McMahon regime, he said that he would have been a world champion, but not under the Triple H regime. That's crazy that he said that. That's insane that Sami Zayn had the balls to say that, knowing that Triple H right now, he's actually giving him a push. So let's go back to Sami Zayn's run when he was under the Vince McMahon regime. I feel like he was a bigger deal under Vince McMahon than under Triple H. See, here is Triple H's problem. He's trying to book the NXT Sami Zayn, right? He's not trying to book the Vince McMahon Sami Zayn. But in my opinion, I think the Vince McMahon Sami Zayn is way better than the Triple H Sami Zayn. Listen, I think Sami Zayn was the most talented guy on the roster under Vince McMahon. I don't care about his wins and loss record. I'm talking about a entertainment standpoint. Sami Zayn was the most entertaining guy on the roster under Vince McMahon. Okay, whose idea was it for him to be in the bloodline? It was Vince McMahon. Let that sink in. But Triple H, man, he fucked it all up. Like, listen, this was the real plan that Vince McMahon wanted out of Sami Zayn when he entered the bloodline. I think that Vince McMahon, he wanted Sami Zayn to kick out Roman Reigns out of that group and take it over and turn Roman into a good guy. But Triple H did not want that. This dude turns him into the NXT Sami Zayn. I'm like, man, that was so whack. But this was my pitch, and most likely this was Vince McMahon's pitch. All right, have Roman take his guard down, right? Have Roman be vulnerable, because Sami Zayn was a nice guy to Roman Reigns, and you have Roman take his guard down, and then that's when Sami Zayn takes over his group. Listen, that was the main storyline. The main storyline was nobody trusted Sami Zayn. Remember, Jim Uso, they did not trust Sami Zayn because they thought Sami Zayn was trying to take over the bloodline, and that was the plan until Vince McMahon stepped down. That is a fact. Sami Zayn was going to take over the bloodline as a heel and turn Roman into a good guy. But of course, Triple H fucked it all up. But Sami Zayn was great under Vince McMahon in that bloodline. I mean, he was so entertaining. Remember, he was the Honorary Uce? Like, he was entertaining. That was some of the best television of all time when it comes to the World Wrestling Federation in the past 10 years. The Sami Zayn bloodline. But Vince McMahon was a huge fan of Sami Zayn. Even Sami Zayn said it. He said that Vince McMahon was a huge fan of him because he found out that Sami Zayn can talk his ass off. That's why Sami Zayn was on TV every week. That's why. Even though he was taking L's, it don't matter. Sami Zayn was fucking entertaining. That's why Vince McMahon was always booking him against celebrities. That's why he always did programs with celebrities. Logan Paul, fucking Knoxville, who else? The fucking Jackass crew, Trey Young, remember? He was always doing angles with famous people outside of fake pro wrestling. That was a Vince McMahon call because Vince had trust in Sami Zayn to push those segments and to put him over. Sami Zayn was the best talker on the roster next to The Miz. Now it's like, man, this new Sami Zayn, I'm like, dang, dude, he is a waste of talent. It's the same promos. It's the, why me? I gotta do it for my wife and my kid. Oh, woe is me. Feel sorry for me. I'm like, who is this Sami Zayn? I'm like, what the fuck? Give me back the Vince McMahon Sami Zayn, because that Sami Zayn was a two-time IC champion under Vince McMahon. Remember, Sami Zayn had his own faction under Vince McMahon. Remember, it was called the Artist Collective. Cesaro, Shinsuke. Bruh, he was the mouthpiece for Shinsuke and Cesaro. That's how good he was. So, Vince McMahon, he knew how to book Sami Zayn. Let's go back to 2 years ago. This dude had the best heel character on the show. I think his main character was, he was obsessed with conspiracy theories. That was a great gimmick. And he always complained. In fact, bruh, he was allowed to mention All Elite Wrestling on TV. That's how much freedom he had under Vince McMahon in promos. Like, how can you say the Triple H Sami Zayn is better than the Vince McMahon Sami Zayn? Vince McMahon got the ball rolling. He put him in a goddamn bloodline. So yes, bitch, he got the ball rolling. Like I said, I still think Sami Zayn was booked to take over the bloodline. He turned Sami Zayn back into a goddamn face. I'm like, man, Vince McMahon, he turned him heel because he felt like Sami Zayn had the mouth and the talent to pull it off. And he did. That match he had against Knoxville, listen, I understand Sami Zayn took an L, but that was an entertaining match that only Sami Zayn can pull off. That's how much trust Vince McMahon had in Sami Zayn. And yes, I do think Sami Zayn would have been a world champion under Vince McMahon, based on Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan. That's why, and CM Junk. I don't think CM Junk is all that much better than Sami Zayn. The only reason Vince McMahon made CM Junk a world champion is because CM Junk can talk. Actually, he said it. CM Junk said the only reason they gave him a strong-ass push is because he can talk. That was Sami Zayn. Listen, Vince McMahon will push you if he thinks you can talk your ass off. So, I think Vince McMahon would have made Sami Zayn a heel world champion. Not a face world champion, but a heel world champion. That would have worked because he put so much trust in him. With all these angles, with these famous people outside of the product. Sami Zayn was getting mainstream attention. Dog, he was on TMZ. He was on TMZ because he was in a feud with Johnny Knoxville. That was great stuff. Listen, you gotta put some respect on Vince McMahon's name. Let's say Sami Zayn was never in the bloodline. Let's be honest, I don't think anybody would give two shits about Sami Zayn right now as we speak. The bloodline got him over. And that feud he had with Roman Reigns, that got him over. That made Roman a monster heel, and Sami Zayn got sympathy. But it was all because of Vince McMahon got the ball rolling by adding him to the bloodline in the first place. So that's what I mean. You got to put some respect on Vince McMahon's name, and that's what Sami Zayn is doing. He don't think he will be a world champion under Triple H, and I agree. I think the only time Sami Zayn will be a world champion under Triple H is when, let's say, Sami Zayn is on Raw and they have no talent, right? Let's say Sami Zayn is a big fish in a small pond because all the top guys are hurt, or all the top guys are on SmackDown. That's the only way Sami Zayn will ever be a world champion under Triple H. But if you read the reports last year, it said that management does not see Sami Zayn as world championship material. Obviously, Sami Zayn read that. That's why he said under Vince McMahon, he would be a world champion, but not under Triple H. That was ballsy that he said that. But that's facts. That is a major fact. Like I said, Raw will have to be so whack where it's like they have no talent. All the top guys are on SmackDown, etc. There's nobody left on Raw. He will be a last resort. That's the only time Sami Zayn will be a world champion. Like, for example, Seth Rollins is injured. That's what I mean. That means that Sami Zayn will have to take advantage of an injured Seth Rollins or an injured Cody Rhodes or an injured Drew Mack. That's the only time Sami Zayn will be a world champion. But I love how honest he is. I'm like, bruh, Gunther can learn from Sami Zayn. I'm like, bruh, Vince McMahon made you a IC champion. You fought the odds. People thought Gunther was going to be buried by Vince McMahon, but you made him a goddamn IC champion that early? Nobody saw it coming, but I did. So, like I said, those were fake reports. People who did not like Vince McMahon by saying that, oh, if Vince McMahon would never left, he would have buried Gunther. I'm like, nah, bro, there's no proof, there's no evidence. That was a bullshit website, that was a bullshit report, that was proven false. That report was proven to be false. Let me repeat, Vince McMahon was never going to bury Gunther. That was not going to happen. But let's go back to Sami Zayn. Yes, I can't see Sami Zayn ever being a world champion under Triple H, but that's not a bad thing. Listen, Sami Zayn is a mid-card champion, and there's nothing wrong with that. I see him as a lifetime mid-card champion. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But if Vince McMahon was still here booking Sami Zayn, he would be a world champion as a fact, but not under Triple H. Listen, Sami Zayn, he's very, very talented, right? He is. He's a very, very talented guy. But if Triple H is his booker, hell no, he's not going to be a world champion on the main roster. Maybe on the Black and Gold NXT, but not on the main roster. Hell no. That's what I mean, right? All you marks who hate Vince McMahon, okay, why did Sami Zayn say this? And yes, bitch, look it up. Go on Google, he said this. Recently, he said, under Vince McMahon, he would have been a world champion, but not under Triple H. That's crazy that he said that. So yes, bitch, put some respect on Vince McMahon. You marks are not consistent, right? All of your top favorite stars were made by Vince McMahon. That's what I keep on telling you. Yes, Sami Zayn took L's, but at least he was facing famous people at big time pay-per-views like a fucking Knoxville, fucking Trae Young. He had an angle with Trae Young, stuff like that. He was trusted to be in those big time angles with big time celebrities, which means Vince McMahon saw Sami Zayn as a star who can carry people. So yes, Sami Zayn had a better run under Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon, he knew what to do with him. He was a mid-card guy who can creep up in that upper mid-card. But yes, I think Sami Zayn would have been a world champion under Vince McMahon, but not under Triple H. Okay, I'm done.